Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Warren's Team Talk, and yes, I am still alive, and yes, I haven't collapsed after that extravaganza that we had yesterday on my channel. 10 o'clock till nearly 9 o'clock at night. That was an absolute madness. Absolute madness. But I have to say, I really enjoyed it, despite all the drama and everything else that went on. It was really, really hard work, but I really enjoyed it. And I want to big up everyone that came on to the channel and spoke to me about their thoughts about the FA Cup, their memories and all the rest of it. The people that come on were my old mate, Pat Rogers. Big up to him, top man. Good. He was an ex-work colleague of mine. I absolutely love the fella. Top Gooner, a top Celtic man, and then we had Carl Walsh, another top Gooner. We had Del Boy Gunner, another top Gooner. We had Jez and Kenny Ken, and they come on and they did a quiz with me, which was absolutely wild. And I had a good conversation as well with Jez about his memories of the FA Cup. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved every minute of it. Hearing these guys talking about the FA Cup and what it meant to them and all the rest of it. Then I did some streams about the final as well, and like Liverpool's road to the final, Chelsea's road to the final, and it was crazy. And then we had the watch along. That was the first time I've ever done a watch along on this channel, and that was quite enjoyable. But by the sort of midway point through the second half, I was starting to wilt a bit, but I managed to keep it going. And I hope you all really enjoyed it, because it was quite enjoyable for me. A lot of hard work. I need to think about moving forward whether I do something like that again, because it was quite stressful, though, to be honest. So what we're doing today is we're doing the normal match day live and stuff. There's 5 games today that are kicking off at 2 o'clock. And we're going to get into that in a minute. But before we start, please put a like on the video. Please don't forget to share it around. Try and pass it around to as many different people as possible. And also, please, if you haven't done it already, please subscribe to my channel. That'd be amazing. And we've got chats in here already. And it's Joanne. Hi, Joe. She says, hello, Warren. My lovelies. I hope you had a rest after yesterday. Yeah, after I finished yesterday, I had something a little bit to eat, and then I went straight to bed and went to sleep. I was exhausted. But yeah, it was great. No, I really enjoyed it. And big up to everyone who came on and spoke about the FA Cup. It was wild. And then everyone who got involved as well throughout the day when I was doing live streams and come in and put comments in and whatnot. And then the ones that came in on the phone in at the end after the match had finished, big up to them. There was Manny and Chike and all these characters. So Del Boy as well, he was there. So yeah, and big up to Del Boy, by the way. He's given me a lot of support the last week or so. So thanks very much to him. He's a top man. I absolutely love that guy. He's a really, really good guy. So please make sure you go and show Del Boy some support and subscribe to his channel. And we're going to have a look at some channels in a minute, by the way, just so you can see the ones that I like and the ones that I think are good. So, and then Joanne Smith says like and shared. So thank you, Joanne. That's really kind of you. Dan says, hello, Warren. Hi, mate. How are you? Nice to see you. And heading off to County in around 30 minutes. Okay, mate. Well, I hope you have a great time. I hope they win today for you. If they win today, will you win the title? let me know. Let me know what needs to happen, either for you to win the title or to get confirmed as being promoted, because I want to know. I want to know that, because you need to be in the Football League, mate. Simple as that. And Joanne says, I've been to the garden centre. Excellent. Excellent. Good for you. Dan, you had a little chat with my mate Pat yesterday, I think. So, well, I had to disappear quickly to go and answer the door. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. Yeah, it was just a bit crazy, really. So, Dan says, hopefully after that, the next time I will speak to you, County will no longer be non-league. Well, let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. Think my fingers are crossed for you, buddy. A single point is all we need to secure automatic promotion. Fantastic. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for you today, and I hope you get what you need. What about champions? Is that still is that still a possibility? Let me know, yeah? Please let me know, because I'm interested. I really am interested. So Dan says, or we could go up if Wrexham lose. Wow. So Wrexham are in the hunt as well. Is there any chance that both of you can go up? Because I had quite a good day out at Wrexham when we went there. We lost 4-2. But, yeah, it was a good day out. It was a good day out. But, yeah, it's not like going to Cardiff or something like that, that's for sure. In the National League, only first place gets automatic promotion. Jeez. And then the other has to go in a playoff, I guess. Is that right? And Joanne says, I'm having a chilled day today. Did a bit of gardening last night. Fair play to you, Joanne. And I hope you enjoyed that. What was you doing? Some weeding, or what was going on? Planting stuff? Sounds interesting. Gardening can be very therapeutic. It can. So yeah, but take it easy. Don't overdo it, Joanne, will you? The only way we can both go up is through automatic and playoffs. Right. Okay. I got it. Right. So let's get on with the show. Now, as I said, the channels that I really like. So Arsenal Alex, was on his channel, I think Thursday, the day of the North London derby, and I was chatting to him about the North London derby, and yeah, it was a really, really good show. So if you haven't seen it, go onto his channel and check it out, because it was a really, really good chat. Well, I enjoyed it anyway, and he does really, really good videos. It's really, really cool. The way he's able to sum things up and go into things is really, really impressive to me. Then we got the Aussie Gooner. He's absolutely superb guy. Does brilliant videos. He did a reaction to the North London derby review. I haven't had a chance to watch it all yet. I've watched a little bit of it, I have to be honest. But I haven't seen it properly yet. He did a preview for it, which was absolutely wild. And he's done a review, so I'm sure that was just as good. And he gets really, really intense and passionate about Arsenal, and I love that. Then there's Diesel Arsenal. Diesel Arsenal is another one. He talks all about all sorts of things, not just football. And once every fortnight, I go on there and talk about stuff to do with the paranormal. I'm hoping that be able to go on there on Tuesday to talk about Bigfoot and the phenomena about Bigfoot and stuff like that, because it's a very interesting situation, story, whatever you want to call it. Very strange case, really is. And there's lots of interesting theories about that. So yeah, it might be the usual 7 o'clock thing on Diesel's channel next Tuesday. And yeah, he did on Thursday, he did a watch along for the North London derby, and then he did a reaction to it as well, I think yesterday. And I haven't seen the reaction, but I've just finished watching the watch along, and some of the stuff that he was coming out with was absolutely superb. Big up to Diesel for the stuff that he said, because he was spot on. Those players and that manager are an absolute disgrace, and they're not fit to be at the club. The whole lot of them need to go. Then there's Delboy Gunner. He's a passionate Irish fan. He currently lives in Dublin. He comes from Roscommon, but he's a top man, and he does fan phoning shows, and he does this thing called fucking Egypts, and it's great. The way he does it is really cool, and he allows anyone to go on his channel and have their say, and I really respect it. I really do. And like I say, he's a top man, and I really, really like the guy. And then every week on a Friday, he has a few of us on there talking about seasons gone by. A few weeks ago, there was me, Jez, and him talking about the 1979-80 season. And we had to do it over 2 weeks because there was so much to talk about. And it was great. It really was. And if you want to know more about the club, go and check him out. Go and check him out, because that Friday night chat is great. And then we got Jez, the one and only Jez Collins, and his channel, Arsenal, the History and More. Mate, that channel, even if you're not an Arsenal fan, I'm telling you, you will enjoy it. He's talking about the history of Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club is the third biggest club in this country. So it's going to have a rich and great history, and it does. So please go and check it out and find out all about what this club, Arsenal Football Club, is all about, because he breaks it down brilliantly. And Jez is such a lovely fella as well. That's the other thing. But yeah, he's great. He really is. Then there's Gracie-Mae. She's a really young, passionate Arsenal fan. And she brings you the voice of true fans. She gets all sorts of people on her channel talking about the club. And she spreads the history of the club as well. And she's great. She's really, really good. She speaks really well. And she don't come out with any crap. And I love her for it. I think she's fantastic. I really, really do. She's a great young lady. And I'm really proud that we've got her in our fan base, because it means that I don't have to worry about the future of our club all the time, that there's young people in the fan base like her. I feel comfortable and secure in knowing that it's in safe hands all the time, that she's part of it. Then we got NorthsideLdn, another young guy, and he's really passionate about Arsenal. And he refuses to accept mediocrity, and he demands success, and he will not accept anything less than the very best. And fair play to him. And he's another one. He gets lots of different people on his channel and chats with them. He has this guy come on his channel called Prince Ford, and that guy is a lovely fella, but I'm sorry, he is deluded as they come. He really is. He thinks, right, check this out. He thinks Arsenal are going to win the Champions League next season. Jesus Christ. We got qualified for it first, world. Jesus Christ. We haven't even managed to do that. And I think Spurs are winning at the minute. So, it's not looking good, is it? Stephen Featley is another good and great Arsenal fan. And he uses his channel to raise funds for the Children's Liver Disease Foundation. And he talks about, on his channel, he talks about football and Formula One. And last but not least, there's the one and the only, the great and legendary man himself, Wexford's finest, Carl Walsh. Carl Walsh has just renamed his channel, and I haven't put it in there. It's called Carl Walsh Gunner, and with him, it's straight talking. He's a straight talking, passionate Arsenal fan. There's no filters with him, and with him, it's real talk only. And yeah, he's got some great videos on his channel about the club, so go check him out as well. The links for all these channels are in the description of this video, so please go and check them out. Click on the link that you're interested in going to watch, and put likes on their videos and subscribe to them, please, please, please. And I'm sure you won't be disappointed. I really am. Anyway, so let's get into it. So next up, we're going to look at the Premier League table. So this was the Premier League table this morning. And you can see Man City are sitting 3 points clear. And then for most of the teams, there's just 2 games to go in the season. Some have got 3 games, but most have got 2. One club in particular, Manchester United, have only got 1 game left. So, but there's games during the week, I believe. And then next weekend, on the Sunday, all the games kick off at the same time. Man City are sitting top, 3 points clear of Liverpool. And then there's a 16-point gap between Liverpool and Chelsea. And then a 4-point gap between Chelsea and Arsenal. And then Tottenham are in 5th. So, yeah, I mean, for me, it just shows that league table at the top just shows me that the English Premier League isn't all that it's cracked up to be. There's only 2 sides that realistically are going to win it. And it's not as strong as what people think it is, in my opinion. I really don't think it is. If it was as strong as what people are trying to tell me it is, then you wouldn't have 2 sides running away with it, would you? Simple. So there you go. The bottom 3, Norwich and Watford, are already relegated. And then there's a battle between about 3 clubs for the final relegation spot. Leeds have played 36 games. They've got 34 points. Burnley are in 17th place. They played 35. They got 34 points. And Everton, they're 16th, and they had 36. And the Leeds, they're the one that are currently occupying the last relegation place. They can get a maximum of 40 points, but they would also, in order to overtake, for Southampton to be dragged into it, they would have to turn around an 18 difference in goal difference of 18 goals in those 2 games. So I just can't see that happening. I think just about Southampton are safe. I just think it's between Everton, Burnley and Leeds. And I reckon it's going to be Leeds that go. I really do. I think Burnley are safe. Although, like I say, I think they're losing at the moment. But, yeah. So, let's move on. So the kickoffs today at 2 o'clock, which will be in a minute's time or so. We got Villa against Crystal Palace, Leeds against Brighton, Watford against Leicester, West Ham against Man City, and Wolves against Norwich. The lineups, this is the Aston Villa and Crystal Palace lineups. Villa have got Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Mings as captain, Digne, McGinn, Nakamba, Douglas Luiz, Coutinho, Ings and Watkins. And on their subs bench, they've got Olsen, Chambers, Young, Bungnam, Sanson, Ramsey, Buendia, Chukwuemeka and Traore. And in Palace, they've gone with Butland, Klein, Guaya, Anderson, Mitchell, Kayato, Milivojevic, who's captain, by the way, Gallagher, Eze, Mateta, and Zaha. And on the subs bench, Palace have gone with Guaita, Ward, Kelly, Schlupp, Hughes, what's that say? Rax, Sanye, Ayew, Edouard, and Benteke. Their formations, Villa are going for a 3-4-1-2, and Palace are going for a 4-2-3-1. The Leeds v Brighton game. This is the Leeds and Brighton lineups. Leeds have gone with Meslier, Firpo, Koch, Cooper, Lorient, Phillips, Klish, Rafinha, Harrison, Gelhardt, and Rodrigo. They've also gone on the subs bench for Klassen, Struick, Hayelde, Cresswell, Shackleton, Kene, Bate, Gray, and Greenwood. And then Brighton have gone with Sanchez, Cucurella, Dunk, Bissouma, McAllister, Trossard, Gross, Welbeck, March, Casido, Veltman. And then on the bench, they've gone with Steele, Lamptey, Webster, Malpai, Layana, Alzate, Duffy, Afia, and Ferguson. So, yeah, that's the Brighton and Leeds lineups and their formations. Leeds look like they're going with a 5-4-1, and Brighton are going for a 3-4-2-1. So that's quite interesting. Looks like Leeds are trying to keep it very tight at the back. Watford against Leicester. Watford are going with Foster in goal. The famous YouTube goalkeeper. And then the rest of the team is Nagakia, João Pedro, Messina, Sima, Gosling, Sissoko is captain, Samir, Capacele, Carlu, and Kayembe. And on the bench, they've gone with Bachmann, Itobu, Tristan Akon, Kamara, Cathcart, Serrata, Back, Morris, and Kuka. And then Leicester, they've gone with Ward, Castagne, Evans, who's captain, Fofana, Justin, Tielemans, Mendy, Drewsbury Hall, Maddison, Barnes, and Vardy. And interestingly, they haven't put their subs on. Never mind. And Watford, they're going for a 4-3-3 formation. And Leicester are doing the same. They've gone for a 4-3-3 as well. So then we come to West Ham against Manchester City. So we've got Fabianski. And this is the West Ham lineup. We've got Fabianski, Kufal, Zuma, Dawson, Cresswell, Rice is captain, Soucek, Bowen, Lazzini, Fornals, and Antonio. And then on their bench, they've gone with Areola, Masuka, Johnson, Fredericks, Krau, Noble, Vlasic, Yarmolenko, and Okaflex. Manchester City, on the other hand, they've gone with Edison, Cancelo, Fernandinho, who's their captain, Laporte, Sinchenko, Rodrigo, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Morris, Jesus, and Grealish. And on their subs bench, they've gone with Stefan, Ake, Sterling, Gundogan, Foden, Egan Riley, Mebete, Palmer, and Lavia. And then the formations, West Ham are going for a 4-2-3-1, and Man City are going for a 4-3-3. So here we go. Last one of the day is Wolves against Norwich. And the Wolves lineup is they've gone with Ruddy, Johnny, Willie Bowley, Connor Cody, who's captain, Totti, Ray and Ait Nouri, Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, Hee Chun Wan, Raul Jimenez, and Pedro Neto. And then on the bench, they've gone with Sarr, However, Marcel, Podence, Trimisao, Silva, Chinquinho, and Dendonka. And Norwich, they've gone with Gunn, Gibson, Hanley, and Brian, and then Geniolius, Aarons, Norman, Gilmore, Lise Malloy, Dow, and Pookie. And on their bench, they've gone with Kroll, Rupp, Rashika, Sorensen, Solis, Williams, Tompkinson, Springett, and Rowe. So there you go. And their formations are Wolves are going for a 3-4-2-1, sort of like a Christmas tree, really. And then Norwich are going for a 3-4-2-1 as well. So there you go. That's quite interesting, that. And so let's go put it on the fixtures for the day. I think that's the best thing to do. Yeah, let's do that. So there you go. That's the fixtures. We'll leave it on that. And let me just sort this out, and then we can really get into it. Anyway, I hope you're all well and you're having a fantastic day. Round here, the weather's not too great. It's a bit dark and overcast, to be honest. But I hope where you are, it's been a great day. And by the way, can I just say I hope you enjoyed the cup final yesterday. And for those of you who came in to watch my coverage of it, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a struggle at some points, but yeah, I really enjoyed the day. And yeah, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed doing it, but I learned a lot from doing it as well. So we'll see what happens next year. Let's see. Where are we? Dan says, yes, correct. The other teams placed 2 to 7 have to do playoffs, which I hope County don't have to do, as County love losing in the semis. Oh, mate. For your sake, mate, I hope not. And Joanne says, I was moving bits of stone and putting plants in lots of orbs in my garden. Good. I hope you enjoyed it. Guess what I'm doing in a month and a half? Joanne, keep telling me that, and I ain't got a clue. What are you going to do in a month and a half, Joanne? Please tell me. Let me think. Are you going to put a pond in the garden? That would be nice. Just to have some moving water that you can listen to when you're in the garden. And Joanne says, yeah, like Nessie in Scotland. Okay. Joanne says, I'll be glad when the season's over. Yeah, you and me both. Although I'm not looking forward to next season, I have to say. I just can't get excited about any Arsenal match all the time. We've got this clown of a manager. Craig Malloy says, Warren, afternoon, mate. After you to you too, Craig. I hope you're well, buddy. And Dan says, all right, Warren, I'm off to County. I will try to check in with you at half time. Okay, buddy, but enjoy the game. I hope you have a great time. What do you call a fake noodle in... Craig Malloy says, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Fantastic. And Joanne said, I've not listened to the waffle yet. No, I haven't either. And I'm not sure that I really want to be quite honest. Joan says Ramsdale and Saka are up for Young Players of the Season award. For what reason? Have they won anything? No, they haven't. So why are they getting a Young Player of the Season? Oh, you're talking about Arsenal Young Player of the Season award. Because if they're up for England's Young Player of the Season award, I just think that's inappropriate. Spurs beat Burnley 1-0. There you go. I'm in 5th now. Jez says, pissing down here. We're going, and we were going to have a barbecue. Oh, mate, I'm sorry to hear that, pal. Can you do? I know it's not the same, but can you cook the food indoors and do something like that? I remember we were going to have a mate of mine. It was his birthday one time, years and years and years ago, like 25 plus years ago. And it was his 30th, and we were going to have a party. We were going to have a party, and there was a barbecue, and it was pissing down for that day as well. So they cooked the food indoors, and we had it indoors. So yeah, but it was still fun. We still enjoyed ourselves. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, Jez, I hope you're well, mate, and thank you so much for yesterday. I really enjoyed having you on and chatting to you and doing that quiz. I hope you did too. It was great. It really was. And Joanne says, hello, Jez, it's looking like rain here. Yeah, it's here too. Anyway, so let's get on with it. I'm just going to do something. So let's do that. Share that. And I'm going to go back. So there you go, people. Confirmed. Tottenham are now in 4th. The 2 points ahead of Arsenal. But let's see what happens during the course of the day. And there's been a goal already. There's been a goal. And it's come at Watford. In their game with Leicester. And there you go. The pressure's off. And they've delivered. It's 1-0 to Watford. And a goal has come. And it's been scored by João Pedro for Watford. A right-footed shot from centre of the box to the centre of the goal, following the corner. And there you go, folks. I wouldn't have thought that Watford would have even scored today, let alone be in front. Wow. So there you are. And it's the only goal so far. There's about 12 minutes gone, 14 minutes gone in the games. And it's Watford 1, Leicester 0, and all the other games are stood at 0-0. So there you go. So let's click on that. And they're saying that Man City can move to the brink of the title today, which is true, because I think their goal difference is quite a lot better than Liverpool's, which I just think that they've really put their foot on the accelerator in the last few weeks, because I think a few weeks ago it was the other way round. But yeah, there you go. And Spurs beat Burnley as well. So let's have a quick look at the table. So there you go. Tottenham are in 4th. They got far superior goal difference to Arsenal. A goal difference of 13 better than Arsenal. They've got a goal difference of plus 24. Arsenal got a goal difference of plus 13. But I have to be honest, guys, I don't think it will come down to goal difference. I don't. I think Tottenham will finish probably about Well, if they win their next 2 games, which I think they will, and I think the best that Arsenal can hope for is 1 point. Arsenal will be on 67 and Tottenham will be on 71. I think they're going to finish over three points clear at least of Arsenal. Sadly. And yeah, so look, goal difference. Manchester City have got 7 goal better goal difference than Liverpool. Liverpool have got a goal difference of plus 65. Manchester City have got a goal difference of plus 72. Man City have scored 94 goals so far this season and conceded just 22. And Liverpool have scored 89 and they've conceded 24. I mean, both of those clubs are absolutely relentless. They really are. And then the bottom 3, Burnley are now currently in the bottom 3. So, yeah, that next weekend when we have the final Premier League game of the season, I'm going to do a program like this for the final day, and I'm going to try and have something on the screen where we can keep track of the league positions and stuff like that, because I've been doing this for weeks now and I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are too. So yeah, I want to go out with a bang. Let's just put it like that. Go out with a bang for the season, let's just say. And Joanne Smith says, I forgot to do predictions this week. Don't worry about it, Joe, because I wasn't able to do the preview and review shows because I was so busy trying to organise the cup final show, because I'm telling you, it was a lot of work. I think if I do it again next year or something different, which I'd really like to, I might do it differently, but I think I would start it earlier and I would try and be a bit more prepared, because I only found out like 2 days before it was going to kick off at 4:45, and that really threw me, to be quite honest. It threw a massive spanner in the works. And Joanne says, I'm getting a kitty. Excellent. Well done, Joanne. Fair play to you. Where are you going to go to get it? Are you like going to buy like a, full-on kitten, or are you going to go to a rescue centre? What are you going to do? That's fantastic. I'm really pleased for you. And Jez says, hi, Joe. And there's no excitement at Arsenal. No, there isn't. It's quite sad, really. Joanne says, Arsenal Player of the Year. Yeah, those of you that are Arsenal fans in the chat, who would you give the Player of the Year to? I'd be quite interested to hear. Because I've got a feeling I know what the answer is going to be, but let me know what you think. I really want to know what you think. Maybe I could do a show about that. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? And we'll review the players, how they performed and stuff like that, and break it all down and see who we think the Player of the Year should be. Be interesting. Anyway, let's get back on with the show and see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. And there's been another goal, everyone. There's been another goal, Watford. There's been another. There you go. It's now Watford 1, Leicester 1. And it's been scored by James Maddison. And it was assisted by Tielemans. And let's find out how that goal was scored. let's go and check that out. Yeah, so it was scored, 2 secs. It was scored in the 18th minute by James Maddison. James Maddison had a left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the top right corner of the goal, and it was assisted by Yuri Tillemans. So there you go. Great finish by the sounds of it. So they brought Maddison brings Leicester level with Watford in that game. The rest of the games are still 0-0. So let's just see what's going on. So yeah, here's a comment here about the Leeds Brighton game. Before we do that, there's been a yellow card at Molineux in the Wolves Norwich game. Norwich midfielder Matthias Norman is booked for a foul and now needs treatment for an injury. Wow. So we have to do here is we have to do this. Your book, son. Yeah, so the booking now. So the Leeds Brighton game. How many chances do Brighton need? And that's been their problem all season, though. They have been very wasteful in front of goal. They pick Leeds open again to set up Pascal Gross in the box, but his shot is saved by Ilian Meslier. And there's been 2 goals. The first one, Leeds 0, Brighton 1. It's Leeds 0, Brighton 1, and it's been coming. It's been scored by Danny Welbeck, and the second goal, everyone. The second one that's been scored by Leicester is Watford 1, Leicester 2, and that was scored by, yes, the one and the only Mr. Steptoe himself, Jamie Vardy. So Leicester 2-1 up at Watford, and yeah, there you go. And let's go and see about those goals. That'll be entertaining, won't it? Let's go and find out about them. So first of all, let's go back to Elland Road and find out what happened with that goal for Brighton. And yeah, so Danny Welbeck, Brighton, has a right-footed shot from a difficult angle on the right of the centre of the goal, and it was assisted by Yves Bissouma following a fast break. There you go. See, Danny Welbeck puts Brighton 1-0 up at Elland Road, and I'm sure that's going to go down with the Leeds fans, given these Manchester United connections. They will not be happy about that. And let's go now to Vicarage Road and see what happened in that Watford-Leicester game with that second goal there. So here we go. And yeah, goal, Watford 1, Leicester 2, Jamie Vardy, Leicester, header from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal, and it was assisted by James Maddison with a through ball. So it looks like James Maddison's having a bit of a good day. He scored one and assisted one. So fair play to him. Maybe Arsenal should go and think about signing him. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? And there's a goal at the London Stadium. What a goal. This could be decisive in the Premier League title race. And hold on to your hats, Liverpool fans, because it's just about to get a lot better for you. A goal. West Ham United 1, Manchester City 0. Jared Bowen gives West Ham the lead. He has a left-footed shot from a difficult angle on the left, and it's West Ham 1, Manchester City 0. My God, there you go. And it's all in the melting pot, because that could be, if West Ham hold on to that lead, I'm not saying they will, but if they did, then wow, that would be epic. And on the last day of the season, wow, what a day that's going to be. So yeah, West Ham 1, Manchester City 0. Liverpool win the FA Cup yesterday. They're in the Champions League final as well, and they could be handed a massive boost today with West Ham going 1-0 up at home to Manchester City. So there you go. Wow, that really is something. Jared Bowen, he'll be the toast of Merseyside, that's for sure. So what does everyone in the chat think about that? Think about West Ham going 1-0 up against Manchester City. And Jez says Martinelli. Yeah, mate, I can't say I disagree with you. But yeah, I think I will do a show about that at the end of the season, about Arsenal Player of the Year, and we'll break it all down, look at their ratings, look at their stats, and just see what we think. And we'll have a chat about it. I think it'd be quite cool. And Craig Malloy says Ramsdale. Yes, another good shout. Poetry, Jamie Wordsworth. Hi, man. How are you? Are you the same one that used to come in the chat months ago? Used to go on and used to come in and you always used to say bonjour. I think it's you, isn't it? But if it is, mate, lovely to see you. I haven't seen you for a long, long time. I hope you're well, man. And fantastic to see you. I hope you're doing all right. And Jez says, yeah, that would be a great show, Warren. Yeah, I'd like to do it, man. And if you want to be involved with that, you're more than welcome, buddy. Always welcome, Jez. Whenever you want to come on, mate, you're always welcome. It's not, I'd absolutely love having you on the show. And listen, people, I know I mentioned this earlier, but please make sure you go and follow Jez and subscribe to his channel. He's got a really, really great channel about the history of Arsenal and a few other bits and bobs that he does as well. And it's superb. And the way he talks about the club's history and whatnot, it's absolutely great. I absolutely love it. So yeah, please go and subscribe to him. The link for his channel is in the description. Just click on the link and it will take you to his channel. Please, guys, go and do that and show Jez some love and support, because he deserves it. He really does. It's superb what he's doing, and the other thing, it's really, really important, because there's so many Arsenal supporters who don't seem to have much idea about the history of the club, and the club don't seem interested in talking to them about it, because there's nothing, you won't find anything on the club website about it, I don't think. So yeah, he's doing a really invaluable job. And Jez even offered to do this for Arsenal free of charge. He didn't want paying for it. He was prepared to do it for free. And that's how much he loves Arsenal Football Club. So big up to him. And they just ignored him. That tells you everything you need to know about this bloody clowns that are running our club at the moment. It's disgusting. It really is. Would love that. Cheers, mate. No problem, Jez. It would be an absolute pleasure, buddy. Anyway, so let's get back on with the show. And let's see. Someone put a comment in about Man City, didn't they? I think. Yeah, Joanne says it will make it more interesting if City lose. Yeah, definitely. And I said a few weeks ago that I did a prediction show for the rest of the season with Carl a few weekends ago. And I said that I thought Man City would come unstuck at West Ham because they have got they've got a track record recently of upsetting big sides at home. And I thought that they would do it against Man City. So, but there's still plenty of time to go. The game's not finished yet. So Man City might come back. But if they do, then, boy, next weekend it's going to be interesting. It really is. And let's get back on with it. So, and here's a comment here from Matthew Upson. By the way, he's an ex-Arsenal player, Matthew Upson. He was a centre-back at the club. I can't say I really remember him that well, to be honest. Jez might, but I don't really remember him. I mean, obviously, I remember him by his name, but I can't say that I really remember him playing that much. And Matthew Upson, there he's talking on behalf of Radio 5 Live, and he said it certainly livened the game up massively. I'm not expecting Manchester City to panic. They will keep doing their thing, but it just shows you the ability West Ham have on that break. It was just how direct they were, and when you have the runs of Antonio and Bowen especially, it can hurt you. With so much possession, you almost forgot that you have to defend. Manchester City have been so dominant in this game so far. Well, there you go. And it's just over half an hour gone, and City are losing by 1-0. West Ham 1, Man City 0. More about the West Ham Man City game. Aymeric Laporte strides forward and hits a rising effort that Fabianski gets his fingertips to, but Man City are not awarded a corner. Both fans are booing because the home supporters think they should have had a free kick before Laporte's shot. Then we move to Molineux and the Wolves-Norwich game. Wolves' best chance of the game as Hwang Hee-chan heads over from 10 yards out, and then another incident from the West Ham game. Incredible atmosphere at the London Stadium, with even every free kick awarded to the home side cheered like a goal. See, there you go. The Hammers fans, they're really on it today by the sounds of it. And then we're up now to Vicarage Road. Watford 1, Leicester 2. James Maddison, he's at it again. Needs two more. He needs some more treatment on an injury, but he seems to be walking okay, so you'd imagine he'll be okay. A goal and assist in the opening half for him. Yeah, he's doing really well today. He really is. So, yeah, there you go. Jez says the club deemed it as not a worthwhile exercise. Shocking. It is. It's disgusting. And fair play to you, Jez, for doing it by yourself, man. Unbelievable. It really is. And listen, if we do get this bloody owner out, because I think that's the key to it all, because if we get the owner out and we get a proper owner in, he'll be out, and someone who knows about the bloody what's right and what's not, he'll be able to see that all these clowns like Arteta and Edu and Garlic Head and the bloody sofa salesman Vinay, then they're not up to it. Get them and then replace them with proper people. Then I think you should try again. I really do, because I think that they should be doing it, and nothing would make me happier, mate, than seeing you working for the club. And never mind about doing it free, you should get fucking paid for it, because you are doing a really, really important job. You are, and it's so important. The history of this club, you could go into local schools, do presentations to kids about the Arsenal Football Club, into the community, doing stuff. Do you know what I mean? There's so much scope for the work that you're doing. You could even have a fucking team of people working under you. Do you know what I mean? Going into places, talking about the club, and you could really, with doing talks about the history of the club, you could inspire young people to take up sport and get physically fit and healthy. I mean, what more important thing could there be than that? And Arsenal are missing a trick here. They really fucking are. And it just makes me so angry. So if we get a proper owner who cares about the club, cares about the community, one of the things that could be done to repair this club is by getting you, Jez, working for the club and heading up a team of people to work on the history of the club and going out and inspiring young people by talking to them about the history of the club and stuff like that, because I think it would be fantastic, and it would do a really, really, it'd be a really, really good thing to be doing. And Jez says Upson wasn't all that, to be fair. No, and I think if I'm right in saying he wasn't in the team towards the end of Tony Adams' career at Arsenal. I'm pretty sure he was, but he didn't last long. I think he got sold. Did he go to West Ham? I think that's what happened to him. Anyway, so let's go back and see what's going on. So yeah, the report there from Ellen Road, and they're saying that Basuma is bossing it. Not for the first time in a Brighton shirt. Yves Basuma has been excellent. He's completed 100% of his 23 passes. He's also had 7 duels and won 5 of them. No player on the pitch has been scrapping for balls more than the midfielder. Yeah, I mean, what can you say about that? It's another one that keeps getting mentioned. It keeps getting mentioned by Arsenal fans. Is this fella, this Basuma? And you can see when you read that, you can see why. And then up to Villa Park, Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 0, and there's a goal. And it's gone to Norwich. It's Wolves 0, Wolves 0, Norwich 1. It's Wolves 0, Norwich 1. And yeah, let's go and find out about that goal. And looks like Zinchenko nearly scored there. Not Zinchenko, sorry. Zinchenko drives forward, finds Gabriel and Jesus, and whose low strike is just wide of the far post. Then Jesus shows superb footwork inside the area to evade challenges before his shot is blocked by Kurt Zuma. So, yeah, let's go and have a look at that goal. So, Wolves 0, Norwich 1. Let's see what happened there. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Norwich City 1. Timo Pukki, Norwich City has a left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, and it was assisted by Max Aarons. So there you go. Excellent stuff there for Norwich. great, great for them to be in front. It's a pity they couldn't do that earlier in the season, but there you go. But it's a bit alarming for Wolves, isn't it? Their form has dropped off really badly. They seem to be stuck in 8th, though, for weeks and weeks and weeks. And they keep losing, so I don't know what's going on. I think if they lose today, though, they could drop down to about 11th. So let's see what happens today. Let's see what happens today. And let's see what's going on. Let's try and keep up to date here. Oh, wrong one. No. Jesus God. No. What the hell are they doing? Where is it? Right, here we go. That's better. Yeah, so the referee plays an advantage to allow... This is about the Leeds-Brighton game. The referee plays an advantage to Leeds. And so he plays an advantage to allow Leeds to continue an attack, but the home side fails to capitalise, with Kevin Phillips firing a low shot past the post. So... And here we go, another update from Upton Park, from the London Stadium. If West Ham win this, they will go above Manchester United into 6th place. As much as Man City fans would love to see their local rivals slip down the table, they will be desperate for their side to get back on level terms as soon as possible. City only need 4 points from their remaining games to win the title. Wow. There you go. Yeah. But it'd be good, though, to personally, from a personal point of view, not being a Liverpool fan or a Man City fan, I'd like to see it on the line on the last day of the season. It would just add to all the drama of today. It really would. So... let's have a look at the chat, see what's going on. Jez says, here's a laugh for you. I went to Tesco with the wife earlier, and a guy in his 20s came up and said, "Hi, Jez, I watch your channel and Lee Gunners. I have made it." I've made it. What did he mean by that? I have a laugh. I went to Tesco with the wife earlier, and a guy in his 20s came up and said, "Hi, Jez. I watched your channel and Lee Gunners. I have made it." Oh, my God. Jesus. Oh, dear. And Jez says, yes, he was at the end of Tony Adams' times. Yes, he went to West Ham. I thought so, but I couldn't be sure. And here's Manny. Hi, Manny. Aston did okay for us, but that's just it. And to me, he'll forever be associated with England's horror show against Germany in 2010. Are you talking about the famous 4-1 game when Mesut Ozil actually turned up for a game and destroyed England almost single-handedly? I'm quite pleased that Aston Villa have recovered near the end of the season. They're another team who will look to improve next season. Yeah, well, absolutely, mate, and they need to, because I'm a bit surprised how poor they've been, really. I thought they would do better under Steven Gerrard, I have to say, but I think he's got a big season ahead of him. If he's got designs on that Liverpool job in next season, they really need to start kicking on. and start pushing for a European spot, because he ain't getting that Liverpool job if they stay performing. If Villa keep performing the way they have been of late. Hello, Warren. Nice to see you. Nice to join you again. And yes, I am. I'm the one with that Frank Lampard goal. What? Yeah, I'm the one with that Frank. Oh, yeah, the one with that Frank Lampard goal. Yeah, I get what you mean there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how? That was just ridiculous. It really was. But, I mean, everyone goes on about that goal. And if it had gone to 2-2, it might have been a different game. But the Germans were way superior to England that day. They really were. And there's been a goal going. There's been a goal. And it's come at West Ham. Oh, my God. What drama. There's another goal for West Ham. And Jared Bowen's got another one. It's now West Ham 2, Manchester City 0. And let's go and find out about that one. Jared Bowen. My word. Jared Bowen. Where is it? Well, where are we going? What's the clack? What's going on? It's not there. Oh, well. Oh, maybe they didn't get awarded. Let's go back. Well, they said it's been scored by Jared Bowen, but let's see. Let's see if it's there now. Hold on, guys. All right, here we go. So, goal for Jared Bowen, the second one of the day for him. There's a left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, and it was assisted by Mikel Antonio with a through ball. So there you go. West Ham now 2-0 up at home to Manchester City. But I'd say they probably need to score 4 or 5 to make sure they're going to get the points with this bloody Man City side. Jesus. Because they're just unbelievable. But yeah, West Ham 2-0 up at home to Manchester City. And don't forget, was it West Ham that knocked Manchester City out of the League Cup earlier in the season? So yeah, they've got a bit of a history of doing it. They beat Liverpool at home. Yeah, they've given a few top sides a real roasting at home. They have. And it's half time between Wolves and Norwich. And the comment here says Wolves have 45 minutes to keep their European hopes, to keep alive their European hopes, and Norwich are off the bottom as things stand. Right, so let's see where we are. And it's half time at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 0. And let's have a look at the match stats. Aston Villa have had 45% possession. Crystal Palace have had 55%. Villa have had 4 shots. Crystal Palace have had 10. Villa have had no shots on target. Crystal Palace have had 2. Villa have had no corners, and Palace have had 5, and Villa have committed 5 fouls and Palace have committed 8. So yeah, there you go. Take what you will from that. And Villa are sitting in 12th currently, and Palace are sitting in 11th. So just 1 point between them in the table. And it's half time now between Leeds and Brighton. Leeds are trailing by 1-0. at home to Brighton. Goal was scored by Danny Welbeck in the 21st minute. And Leeds have had 51% possession. Brighton have had 49%. Leeds have had 9 shots. Brighton have had 10. Leeds have had 2 shots on target. Brighton have had 5. And Leeds have won 5 corners, and Brighton have won none. And Leeds have committed 7 fouls, and Brighton have committed 4. So there we are. And in the table, Leeds are now currently in the bottom 3. As it stands, if it stays like this, they would have played 37 games and have 34 points. And Brighton, they will be in 8th spot. They would have moved above Wolves. Wow, that's fantastic. Brighton sitting in 8th in the Premier League. They would have played 37 games and won and have 50 points. But they would, the last 1 game to go, they wouldn't be able to get any higher than that because United are 8 points ahead of them. But let's go to the next one. Half-time at Vicarage Road. It's Watford 1, Leicester 2. And Watford took a 1-0 lead in the 6th minute through João Pedro. And then Maddison pulled one back in the 18th minute. That goal was assisted by Tielemans. And then 4 minutes later, Leicester went 2-1 up through Jamie Vardy. And that goal was assisted by Maddison. So Maddison, he scored 1 and assisted 1. So, yeah, certainly he's definitely a player that I'd like Arsenal to have a good look at and maybe sign. And the match stats for this one, Watford have had 37% possession. Leicester have had 63%. Watford have had 6 shots. Leicester have had 6. Watford have had 2 shots on target. Leicester have had 3. Watford have won 3 corners and Leicester have won 3. And the foul count, Watford have made 2 fouls and Leicester have won 2. So there you go. Leicester doing quite well there by the looks of it. Now, Watford now are currently, as it stands, they're currently sat bottom of the table. 37 games played with 23 points. Because Norwich are 1-0 up. They've gone above Watford. And Leicester, they're currently sat in 10th. And they've got 2 games left to play. And they're on 48 points. So there's still a possibility that Leicester could get into 8th place. And after the horrendous season they have, that would be quite an achievement, I think. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but that's what I think. And anyway, so let's look at the next one. West Ham against Manchester City. West Ham are 2-0 up at home to Manchester City. And Jared Bowen scored in the 24th minute to put West Ham 1-0 up. And Fornals assisted with that. And then Jared Bowen added another one on the stroke of half-time in the 45th minute. And that goal was assisted by Mikel Antonio. So currently at half-time, it stands West Ham United 2, Manchester City 0. And let's look at the match stats. And yeah, unsurprisingly, West Ham have had just 22% possession, and Manchester City have had 78% possession. Just a bit of breaking news, people, if you're interested in tennis. I am. I like tennis. Andy Murray has withdrawn from the French Open because he wants to focus on preparation for Wimbledon. So there you go. That's interesting. And West Ham have had 3 shots. Manchester City have had 13. West Ham have had 2 shots on target, and Manchester City have had 2 shots on target. So West Ham have had 2 shots on target, and they scored with both of them. That's amazing. I'm sorry, but I think it is. I think that's really good. Corner count: West Ham have had 2 corners, Man City have had 2, and fouls. West Ham have won 5 corners, and Man City have had 3. So there you go. And move on to the last game. Wolves are losing 1-0 at home to Norwich. And let's go and check that one out. It's currently Wolves 0, Norwich 1. Pookie got the goal for Norwich in the 37th minute, and it was assisted by Max Aarons. And then let's go down and scroll down and have a look. So the match stats for this one: Wolves have had 62% possession, and Norwich have had 38%. Wolves have had 9 shots, Norwich have had 7. Wolves have only had 1 shot on target, Norwich have had 2. And Norwich have scored with 1 of those. And then the corner count is 2-1 in Norwich's favour. And then the fouls, Wolves have made 1 foul, and Norwich have made 4. So there you go. That brings us up to date with the halftime scores. Earlier today, Tottenham beat Burnley by 1-0. Let's quickly have a look at the match stats for that one. Scroll down. Here we go. So Tottenham, they had 69% possession, and Burnley had 31%. Tottenham had 21 shots. Burnley had 8. Tottenham had 8 shots on target, and Burnley had 1. Tottenham won 8 corners. Burnley had 2. Tottenham committed 12 fouls, and Burnley committed 8. So there you go. And then later today, guys, at 4:30, Everton play Brentford at home. A massive game for Everton in their fight for Premier League survival, and they could really do themselves a massive favour if they win that game. And if it stays like it is at the moment, Everton have still got 3 games to play. But if they win that game today, it doesn't make their Premier League hopes of survival cemented, but it will go a long way to making sure that happens. But there you go. And I just want to mention about this guy, Andrew Simmons. Absolutely tragic news. He died. He's age 46, only 46, the guy, and he had a horrific car crash and was killed. A really sad day for Australian sport. I had a quick back and forth earlier with Aussie Gooner about it, and he described him as being an absolute legend. I know I wouldn't disagree with him, to be honest. So it's very, very sad news, especially with his age. I mean, anyone who dies young is really sad, and big up to him. Anyway, so let's go and have a look and see what's going on in the chat. The goal that never was. Yes, exactly. It was about 3 foot over the line, and it's crazy. It would never happen nowadays, and I think that probably had quite a bit to do with the goal line technology coming in. I'm forever blowing bubbles, says Manny. Are you a bit of a hammer, Manny? Are you? And Manny says, I'll take some time to get updated, sir. That's BBC Sport for you. Yeah, exactly, mate. You're not wrong there. It's like constant frustration of mine. It doesn't make it easy to do this show when they're so slow to update themselves. It really doesn't. Manny says, Danny Welbeck, I wouldn't mind having him back at Arsenal. Are you real? You're not joking me, are you? Yeah, he did work hard, I have to say. I think he's better than Nketiah, but not much. Good call by Sir Andy. The French Open will take a lot out of you. Yeah, probably would. I mean, I don't know a lot about tennis. I do like watching it, I have to say. And my daughter, she's a really, really good tennis player. So I'll have to have a chat with her and see what she says about it. Manny says, 46 is no age to die. Rest in peace, right? Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. Completely agree with you about that one, Manny. But yeah, there you go. So that's the halftime scores. Let's see if there's any other football going on at the moment. So football scores and fixtures. So in Scotland, it finished Aberdeen 0, St Mirren 0, Hibernian 4, St Johnstone 0. Geez, Hibs gave St Johnstone a bit of a doing there, didn't they? Bloody hell. And Livingston 2, Dundee 1. And in the Women's FA Cup, it's currently Chelsea Women 0, Manchester City Women 0. And in the League Two playoff semi-final, I think it's a semi-final, it ended Swindon Town 2, Port Vale 1. Let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, semi-final first leg. Swindon have a slender lead from their encounter with Port Vale at the county ground. So Swindon will be happy about that. Yeah, so fair play to them. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back. Now, in the National League, let's see what's going on in the National League. Because as we know, a friend of the channel, a legend of Dan Evans, he's gone to see Stockport County play today. And they're in the National League, but I can't. Oh, yeah, there they are. It's currently Stockport County 0, Halifax Town 0. I don't know if that game's finished. I think they've just kicked off. Yeah, that makes sense because I think it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, it is. So it's currently Stockport County 0, Halifax Town 0. And let's just quickly look at this. It's interesting. See how many teams in that National League are former Football League clubs. Right, so you've got Aldershot. Barnet were in it for a little while. Chesterfield, so that's 3. Wrexham, 4. Grimsby, 5. Notts County, 6. One of the oldest clubs in English football. Southend United, that's 7. Torquay United, 8. Stockport County, 9. Halifax Town, which is a Fingers club, FC Halifax Town. That's 10. They're a Phoenix club of the former Halifax Town who went bust. So 10 sides. It just shows you, doesn't it? It really does. So Bilbao are playing Osasuna today. Atleti are at home to Sevilla. Betis are playing Granada. And Unai Emery's Villarreal, they're at home to Real Sociedad. Let's see how they're doing in La Liga. Let's have a look. Okay, so they won 5-1 away at Rayo Vallecano. They drew 1-1 at home with Sevilla. And they lost 3-2 in the Champions League with Liverpool. But let's have a look at La Liga. I want to see the La Liga table. I want to see where they are. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so they're currently sat 7th. 3 points behind Real Sociedad. So they may still get Europa League football. Oh, God. You know what? If they get in the Europa League, you know what's going to happen, don't you? You just can see it happening. They're going to get drawn against Arsenal. I can see it coming. Unai Emery's going to do it again. It was a joke, sir. I'm going for West Ham to win today because I hate Man City. And in 2006, when West Ham denied Spurs this spot in the Champions League, everyone at Highbury was singing it. Yeah, I remember that. And the food poisoning debacle and whatnot. There was loads of stories going about that the chef was a gooner. So, yeah, there you go. But you see, there you go. They get everywhere, man. Let's close that. Let's leave Unai Emery and his Villarreal team alone and get back here. Chelsea's women. Yeah, Chelsea women are taking a 1-goal lead in their Women's FA Cup final against Manchester City.
I want a recharge, sir. WhatsApp audio.
Hold on a minute. I'm just going to send this person a message. Yeah, I just sent her a message saying I'll call her later. Yeah, so yeah, scored by a woman by the name of Kerr in the 33rd minute. Chelsea won, Manchester City 0 in the Women's FA Cup final. And then Manny says Edward Sheringham contrived to miss a penalty for West Ham in that match. Yeah, well, there you go. Teddy Sheringham, what can you say about him? Not my favourite player in the world by any stretch of the imagination. So, let me just do something here quickly. I need to send that person a message. Sorry about this, guys, but it is quite important. One bit. No, do that. Hold on, let me do it somewhere else. 2 seconds, people. I am currently broadcasting live on YouTube. I will call you later. I hope you okay. Right. Okay, so let's get back on with it. Sorry, guys, about that. But that's quite important. So let's get back into it. Let's see where we are. And okay, so second half started. We're 6 minutes in, and it's currently Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 0, Leeds United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Watford 1, Leicester 3. My goodness, here we go. This is what we need to see. Yeah, so Watford 1, Leicester 3, and it's now West Ham 2, Manchester City 1. Wow. And last but not least is Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Norwich 1. So let's go and find out about these goals. First one up we're going to look at is we're going to go to Vicarage Road and see what happened with Leicester's third goal. And it's been scored by Barnes in the 46th minute, and it was assisted by Albrighton. So let's see how that goal went in. Let's go down and check that out. No, it's not there. It's not there. Here we go. Oh, is this it? Yeah, here it is. Watford 1, Leicester 3. Harvey Barnes from Leicester takes a left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner, and it was assisted by Mark Albrighton with a cross. So there you go. Leicester firmly in the driving seat now, and I really can't see them getting back into the game. And there's been another goal, and it's now Wolves 1, Norwich City 1. It's been scored by Ait-Nouri for Wolves. Let's go and check that one out. So Wolves have equalised. Ryan Ait-Nouri from Wolves scores a header from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner following a set-piece situation. There you go. And that was caused by Chiquinho of Wolves winning a free kick on the right wing. So obviously the cross came in from the free kick, and Ryan Ait-Nouri headed home to make it Norwich, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Norwich City 1. So there we go, guys. So let's go back to the London Stadium and see what's been going on there, because there's been some drama. And Manchester City have pulled one back. It's been scored by Jack Grealish in the 49th minute, and it was assisted by Rodri. And let's see how that was scored. Here we go. Jack Grealish, Manchester City, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the high centre of the goal. And that was assisted by Rodri with a headed pass. So there you go. And that came as a consequence of a corner from Manchester City, and that was conceded by Kurt Zouma. There you go. So Manchester City have pulled one back. So yeah, it's West Ham will need to be on their guard, because it sounds like that Man City might have come out in the second half with the bit between their teeth, and they're really going for it. So let's see. West Ham 2, Man City 1. And they're saying, how is it not 2-2? Bernardo Silva volleys from 8 yards, but Lucas Fabianski makes a really good save. West Ham have barely got out of their own box, and David Moyes shakes his head in frustration. And then there's a yellow card. A yellow card has come. Your book, son. There's been a yellow card, and the yellow card has gone to Kevin De Bruyne. Has been conceded by West Ham after a foul on Kevin De Bruyne, and it's gone. The yellow card has been given to Vladimir Kufal. He's been booked as a consequence of the foul that he made on De Bruyne, and Man City have got a free kick in prime Kevin De Bruyne territory. And it's Wolves 1, Norwich 1. A brilliant save from Norwich keeper Angus Gunn. He reacts quickly to keep out Pedro Neto's stooping close range header. And there's a substitution at Vicarage Road. Leicester bringing on Daniel Armate for Johnny Evans at the back. Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball up and over the wall from the free kick, but it sails just over the bar. 30 minutes to go, and it's West Ham 2, Manchester City 1. There you go, guys. So it's getting Man City are really trying to turn the screw now, and Joanne's back. I'm getting a black and white kitty. Lovely, Joanne. Lovely. And where you getting the cat from? And have you got names? Have you thought about names for it, or what you're gonna do? I'm just interested. Fun. I'm not being nosy or anything. I'm just interested. Manny says you called it 2 goals isn't enough against this Man City team. No, because they're relentless, mate. You need to be like, even if you got 3 or 4, I'm not convinced it would be enough. Angus Gunner, chip off the old block. Yeah, he is. I remember his dad, good goalkeeper, Brian Gunn. So yeah, let's go back and see what's going on. And another chance there at the London Stadium. Man City need to be wary at the back, as poor defending allows Jared Bowen to get off a shot inside the area. but it's into the side netting. He nearly got his hat-trick there. So, blimey, yes, City do need to be careful because if they go too mad, they can end up conceding another one. And, yeah, but listen, that Man City side, they're relentless, man. They really are. It'd be nice to have some of their players at Arsenal, that's for sure. But, yeah, we'll see. Let's see what's going on. Scores still half an hour to go in most of the games. It's Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 0, Leeds United 0, Brighton 1. It's Watford 1, Leicester 3, West Ham 2, Manchester City 1, and Wolves 1, Norwich 1. So there you go. Entertaining, exciting stuff there in the Premier League, and it has been all season. I have to say I've really enjoyed it, and I can't wait for. I think it's next Sunday. I think it is. Let's see when it is. Yeah, 4:00 next Sunday. All the games kick off all at the same time. So that day, I'll be doing a special match day live show covering all the games, probably starting maybe about 3:15, I guess, because I want to be able to show you all the lineups and all the formations of all the teams. So, yeah, some good games there. Arsenal, Everton, that could have a big bearing in the top 4 race and the relegation battle. Brentford against Leeds, another one that could have a big bearing on the relegation battle. Brighton against West Ham, that could have a big bearing on who gets European Conference League football next season. Burnley against Newcastle, another big game near the bottom of the table. Chelsea against Watford. I think that's probably going to be a bit of a dead rubber because Watford are already down. I think Chelsea are pretty much safe in third. Crystal Palace against Manchester United. So, yeah, another big game for the battle for the Europa Conference League. Leicester against Southampton. I don't think there's really that much riding on that. Liverpool against Wolves. And Manchester City against Aston Villa. And hopefully the title will still be up for grabs for both sides by the time we go into these games. But you never know. And then last but not least, Norwich against Tottenham Hotspur. So, yeah, again, another game that could have a big influence on the race for the top 4 finishes. So, let's get back to today. See what's going on. And after that, we'll quickly have a look in the chat, see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, nothing major is going on there. So let's go and see what games are going on this week in the Premier League. So tomorrow, as we all know, it's Newcastle against Arsenal. Arsenal will be looking to put the disappointing performance they had at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium behind them and try and get 3 points at Newcastle. But Newcastle will be really fired up for this game. It's going to be their last home game of the season. And then they're going to be wanting to go out on a bang. They really are. And those players are going to want to show Eddie Howe that they're worthy of staying in the team for next season, because he's almost got unlimited amount of money to spend in the summer. So some of them could be out of the door, but they're probably thinking, no, well, I don't want to be leaving. So, yeah, it's up. They can give him another opportunity to show him what they can do. So let's see what happens. Tuesday in the Premier League, Southampton are playing Liverpool. If it stays like it is at the moment, Liverpool could go clear in the title race. And then Wednesday, the Europa League final. Thursday, Everton against Crystal Palace, Aston Villa against Burnley, and Chelsea against Leicester. So on Thursday could be a massive day in the battle for survival in the Premier League. And then on Friday, what's going on Friday? No, nothing in the Premier League then. And Saturday, no. And then Sunday, the last game of the season for everyone, I believe. It's a bit weird. Let's have a look. I didn't see Man City playing this week. I think they've still got. Yeah, they're playing it. Yeah, so that okay. So let's look at the. So after today, Manchester City have got one game, and Liverpool have two. So be interesting. It will be. So let's see what the scores are. It's Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 0, Leeds 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Watford 1, Leicester 3, and it's Wolves 1, Norwich 1. And look at that, there's been a goal at the London Stadium. And it's not good news. It's not good news for Liverpool, I'm afraid. It's gone to Manchester City. And, or has it? Let's see what's going on. And it's an own goal by Vladimir Kufal, West Ham United. West Ham United 2, Manchester City 2. And the goal comes for Manchester City from the unlikeliest of sources. And there you go. Wow. So what does that mean? It means that Man City are currently 4 points clear of Liverpool. Liverpool would have to win that game in the week in order to stay in the title race. And then in the final day of the season, they would have to do better than what Man City do in their final game. And who are Manchester City playing on the final day? Yeah, so Manchester City are playing Aston Villa at home. Wow, because Aston Villa managed by former Liverpool player Steven Gerrard, and he will be, I'm sure he'll be absolutely determined to try and do all he can to help Liverpool win the title. But currently it's West Ham 2, Manchester City 2, There you go. Wow. And it's what a day. What a day it's been. Okay, so nearly just over 20 minutes left in the games. It's Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0. So there's been a goal at Villa Park. Aston Villa 1, Liverpool, Crystal Palace 0. Let's go and check that out, see what's going on there. And it's been scored by Ollie Watkins in the 69th minute, and it was assisted by Digne. Let's see how that was scored. Let's go and check that out. So here we go. Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0. Ollie Watkins, Aston Villa, has a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner, and it was assisted by Lucas Digne with a cross. So there you go. And there's been a couple of substitutions as well. Aston Villa, Emi Buendia replaces Danny Ings, and Crystal Palace, Odison Edouard replaces Jean-Philippe Mateta. So there you go, guys. Let's see if there's any other situations going on. And there's been another goal at Vicarage Road. And there's been another goal at Vicarage Road. And Leicester are running amok. It's Watford 1, Leicester 4 now. And, well, there you go. Leicester are 4-1 up. And let's see what happened there. The goal was scored by Jamie Vardy in the 70th minute. And it was assisted by Barnes. So let's see if we can find out how that happened. So, goal. Watford 1, Leicester 4. Jamie Vardy, Leicester, takes a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, and it was assisted by Harvey Barnes with a through ball. There you go. And good news for Jamie Vardy. I'm sure he'd be absolutely delighted by that. So let's see what the scores are. It's Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Leeds United 0, Brighton 1, Watford 1, Leicester City 4, West Ham 2, Manchester City 2, and Wolves 1, Norwich 1. And let's have a look at the Premier League table. So here we go. Here it is. As it stands, Manchester City are 4 points clear of Liverpool at the top. And they've got an 8-goal superior goal difference. Chelsea are 2 points clear of Tottenham. Chelsea are third, Tottenham are fourth, and Chelsea are 2 points clear of them. Tottenham have 1 game to play. Chelsea have 2. Arsenal are in fifth after Tottenham's win today against Burnley by 1-0 at home. Arsenal have 66 points from 36 games. Manchester United are 6th on 37 points and have 58 points, played 37 games, 58 points. So Arsenal and Spurs will either finish 4th or 5th. West Ham are in 7th and they're closing in on Man United. Both have got a game to play, and there's 2 points difference between the two of them. And then we go down to Wolves. So at 8th, they play 37 games and they're 51 points currently. So it could. So the 8th place position is up for grabs between Wolves, Brighton, and between Wolves and Wolves, Brighton, and Leicester. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Aston Villa are up to 11th as it stands. Crystal Palace have dropped down to 12th. So let's see what happens. So currently is Aston Villa. There's 14 minutes more or less to go. It's Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Leeds United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Watford 1, Leicester 4, West Ham 2, Manchester City 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Norwich City 1. So there you go. We're up to date. We're rocking and we're rolling. And let's see what's going on with the chat. Manny's put loads of chats in. Right, here we go. So Manny says, I'm worried now because if Spurs were able to eke out a result today, despite being dead on their feet, Arsenal will be under more pressure to beat Newcastle. Nothing less will do. And listen, Newcastle's form of late, apart from the games against Manchester City and Liverpool, has been impressive. It has. I'll bring up their results in a minute and we can have a look at it. Also, they're playing Norwich on the final day, Tottenham, away. So that's guaranteed 3 points. So Arsenal, they need to win against Newcastle and they need to win against Everton. I just cannot see it happening. Liverpool still need to score a boatload in order to make sure the swing works in their favour. Not impossible against Southampton, though. Yeah, but I'm not convinced that will happen. I think they need West Ham to do them a favour. So if West Ham draw, let's see what happens. Let's just have a quick look at this table. Blah, blah. So in the final game, if Man City win, they'll be on 93. And if it stays where it is now, Man City and West Ham are drawing. And they win in their final game, that will put them on 93. If Liverpool win their next 2 games, that'll be 6. They'll be on 92. So it could be that Manchester City will pick Liverpool to the Premier League title yet again by 1 point, the same as they did a few years ago. So, yeah, that would be a pretty bitter pill to swallow if that happens again. So let's go back to the chat. Manny says, just goes to show. Stephen Gerrard's Aston Villa, yeah. Watford's day have been poor. Matches like this are sadly why they deserve to be relegated. Well, yeah, I mean, they've just not been good enough, have they? No. I don't know what the answer there is. I don't know why it's happened. I don't know if there's any underlying reasons as to why they struggled this season. Maybe poor management decisions, poor tactics, players not being good enough, managers not being good enough, not making the right decisions. Who knows? But the table don't lie, does it, at the end of the day? It never does. At the end of the season, it's 38 games. The team that is the best is top, and the team that's worst is bottom. And the table don't lie. The table does not lie. So, see how we're doing. So, 10 minutes to go, guys. Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Leeds United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Watford 1, Leicester City 4, West Ham 2, Manchester City 2, and Wolves 1, Norwich 1. So let's see. And there's been a goal at Villa Park. And no, there hasn't. There was a goal and it's disappeared. Jesus. I don't know if there's a VAR. And goal, Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 1. Jeffrey Schlupp from Crystal Palace had a left-footed shot from very close range to the bottom left corner, and it was assisted by Mark Guia following a set-piece situation. Emilia Buendia, Aston Villa wins a free kick in the defensive half. So no, it has been scored. Schlupp scored it in the 81st minute, and it was assisted by Guia. So it's Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 1, Leeds 0, Brighton 1, Watford 1, Leicester 4, West Ham 2, Manchester City 2, and Wolves 1, Norwich 1. So there we go. Let's and the game at London Stadium. Matt Upson, former England defender on BBC Radio 5 Live, says it looked like it could have gone the other way from where I'm sitting. That looks a penalty. There is definitely contact. Penalty to Manchester City. Referee goes to the monitor, takes a look at the replay, and awards the penalty. Riyad Mahrez steps up. Well, was it a penalty or wasn't it? Jesus Christ. And there's a substitution at Ellen Road. Pascal Struijk and Sam Greenwood are the last throws of the dice by Leeds boss Jesse Marsh. The Whites have just over 6 minutes left to find at least an equaliser. The Leeds fans are now singing Marcelo Bielsa's name. Make of that what you will. Wow. Jesus. And it's a penalty has been missed at the London Stadium. So it's still West Ham 2, Manchester City 2. Wow. Leeds 0, Brighton 1. The Leeds fans are now singing Sack the Board. It's pretty clear who they feel are at fault for their current predicament. There you go. It just had to be VAR. Well, I don't think it's VAR that's the problem. I really don't. I think it's the officials. I think they're absolutely awful. The technology's there, and I just don't think they know how to use it properly. It's just ridiculous. Like I say, I don't think it's the technology. It's the people that are using it are the problem. West Ham 2, Manchester City 2. Matthew Upson, former England defender, on BBC Radio 5 Live says, where is this game going to go next? We've had so much drama. Fabianski is a difficult keeper to score against. But Morris, and there's a goal! And it's come at Leicester City. And let's see. Yeah, it's come at the King Power Stadium. It's now Watford 1, Leicester 5. Harvey Barnes has got the 5th one for Leicester. So let's go and find out how he got that goal. Let's check that out. Okay, so Harvey Barnes, Leicester City, took a right-footed shot from the left side of the box to the bottom right corner, and it was assisted by James Maddison. So it's Watford 1, Leicester City 5. My word, Leicester really put poor Watford through the ringer today, that's for sure. And let's get that back up. And what's this about Pep Guardiola? Pep Guardiola has his head in his hands. He looks like the manager of a side on the brink of relegation, not within touch and distance of the title. 3 points would more or less have sealed it, but with a draw, they will only need to be Aston Villa at home on the final day to cement it. And you'd have to say, I mean, let's be honest about it. You can't see them not getting a win at home to Aston Villa, can you? No disrespect to Villa, but you just can't see it, can you? And we're into the 90th minute. Manchester City once again are in possession of the ball. Will there be one more chance? It's Leeds 0, Brighton 1. We got a lengthy stoppage here as Brascal Struck receives treatment following an aerial challenge near the Brighton box. It will mean a fair bit of time added, and still a bit of hope for Leeds to salvage something. So there you go, folks. Let's get back to the chat. Manny says justice. There you go. There you go. But let's see what happens. There's still a bit of time left. So let's see what the scores are and how we're doing. Just over a minute left to go in the games. It's Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 1. It's Leeds 0, Brighton 1. Watford 1, Leicester City 5. West Ham United 2, Manchester City 2. West Ham, of course, were 2-0 up in that game. And it's Wolves 1, Norwich 1. And I'm sure David Moyes will be extremely disappointed that they weren't able to hold on to that lead. And I'm sure that Jurgen Klopp will be as well, because Liverpool we're looking at down the possibility of like having a Titanic battle, and still on the cards though, to be fair. They could still get the quadruple, but it's looking extremely unlikely now. But there you go. So, and that Leeds game, it looks like there's going to be a bit of added time there. So we'll see what happens, as they say. So yeah, it's Villa 1, Palace 1. 1 minute left to play there. Leeds 0, Brighton 1, Watford 1, Leicester City 5, West Ham United 2, Manchester City 2, and Wolves 1, Norwich 1. So we're in the last few minutes of the game now, and see if we can get something to happen here. So here we go. So substitution. Ben Johnson is on for West Ham for the final couple of minutes, replacing Pablo Fornals. And Leeds 0, Brighton 1. Rafinha's corner is awful for Leeds. He cuts it straight to the first man at the knee. He curls it straight to the first man at the near post, allowing Brighton to clear. So there you go. And what's happening now? And it's a goal. It's Leeds 1, Brighton 1. And it's been scored by Pascal Struijk. So let's go and find out about that. We'll go up to Ellen Road in Leeds and see what we can find out about that one. A goal for Leeds in the dying embers of the game. And there we go. Goal, Leeds United 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Pascal Struijk, Leeds United. Header from the side of the 6-yard box to the bottom left corner. And that was assisted by Joel Gelhardt. So there you go, guys. It's Leeds United 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. And almost the last kick of the game from Leeds, and they've drawn level. So what does that mean? That goal has pushed Burnley into the bottom 3. Leeds are 1 point clear of Burnley, but Burnley do have a game in hand on Leeds, and Leeds are 1 point behind Everton. So it's a bit nip and tuck there down the bottom. And the few games are finished. It's finished now at Watford. It's ended Watford 1, Leicester City 5. It's finished at London Stadium. It finished West Ham United 2, Manchester City 2. And it's ended at Molineux, Wolves 1, Norwich City 1. So let's go up to Molineux and get the match stats for that one. And in that game, Wolves had 64% possession. Norwich had 36. Wolves had 17 shots. Norwich had 11. Wolves had 4 on target. Norwich had 2. Wolves won 5 corners. Norwich won 3. And Wolves committed 5 fouls and Norwich committed 10. So there you go. Who was Wolves' best player? So let's see. According to the viewing public, Looks like it was Fab for Wolves. It was Chiquinho. He got an average rating of 6.19. And Norwich, currently it looks like Grant Hanley. Now it's Pookie. Yeah, so Norwich is, according to the viewing public, they're saying that Pookie was Norwich's the man of the match. So there you go. And let's go to Villa against Crystal Palace. It's ended there now. Villa 1, Crystal Palace 1. Let's have a look at the match stats for that one. So, in that game, Villa had 49% possession. Crystal Palace had 51. Villa had 13 shots. Palace had 16. Villa had 4 shots. And Palace had 4. And Villa had 1 corner. And Palace had 5. And Villa committed 11 fouls. And Palace committed 15. So there you go. And the man of the match for Villa. Let's see if we can find out who that has been. Again, Watkins. So at the moment, it seems like it's Ollie Watkins. So no, yeah, Ollie Watkins with an average rating of 6.7, wins it for Aston Villa. He's their man of the match for today. And then Crystal Palace. Let's see who the viewing public thought was their man of the match. Currently, it's Butland. No, it's Gallagher. And Eze. Now, Schlupp. Yeah, so with a average rating of 7.75, Schlupp is Crystal Palace's man of the match, according to the viewing public. And now finally, the Leeds United Brighton game has finished as well. Let's go and have a look at the match stats for that one. Leeds had 50% possession. Brighton had 50%. Leeds had 10 shots. Brighton had 15. Leeds had 5 on target. Brighton had 6. Leeds had 8 corners. Brighton had 1. And Leeds had made 16 fouls. And Brighton made 8. So let's look at the man of the match for Leeds and for Brighton. And for Leeds, the man of the match was Struick. And for Brighton, Cucurella. Yeah. So the man of the match is voted for by the viewing public for Brighton has gone to Cucurella. He got an average rating of 6.73. So there you go. Let's have a quick look at the Premier League table as it stands now. Manchester City are 4 points clear of Liverpool. They've got one game left to play, and if they win that game, they will be confirmed as Premier League champions. Liverpool, they have to win tomorrow to keep their hopes of a Premier League title alive. Otherwise, Manchester City will win the title before they play the game next Sunday. What else? Tottenham have moved into the top 4 after beating Burnley today. And Wolves, their place in the top 8 is hanging by a thread. Leicester breathing down their necks, as are Brighton. Both of those clubs could overtake them. Leicester have got a game in hand over Wolves, and Brighton are only 3 points behind. And there's only the goal difference between the two clubs is only 1 goal. There's 1 goal in it, so it could all change next weekend. So bottom 3, Burnley are now into the bottom 3 after Leeds draw today. So it's all going to hinge on what happens on the last day, by the looks of it. So let's see what happens. And like I say, later today, 4:30, Everton are at home to Brentford, and let's see what happens. If Everton win that, then if Everton win that, Burnley will have to win their final 2 games to make sure that they send Everton down. But Burnley could still escape relegation if they win one of their 2 games and Leeds don't, because they're only a point behind. So it's still all to play for. Nothing really has settled yet. So it rolls on to next week. And I will be doing a match day live next Sunday. It will be starting at 4 o'clock. So keep your eyes open for that. And I'm going to be doing a video with young Gracie-Mae. I think we said on Wednesday, to talk about her memories of the FA Cup, because bless her, poor girl, she was really ill yesterday, so she wasn't able to take part in it, and I know she really wanted to, and she was disappointed, bless her, that she couldn't. So we're going to be doing that, and that'll be an absolute pleasure for me to have that young lady on my channel again. She's an absolute star, and yeah, I've got nothing but admiration for that young lady. I really haven't. I think she's superb. So, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Let's get rid of that and bring this one back up. And boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so please, guys, don't forget, in the description of this video, there's a link to the website for the Gooner Claude Trust. Please go and check out the Gooner Claude Trust website. Find out about all the excellent work they do. Yeah, my understanding of it is that they give opportunities to disadvantaged kids to go and attend games at the Emirates Stadium to see Arsenal. Yeah, so go and check out that website. Yeah, and it's great. It really is great, and they do excellent work. So, guys, that's the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. thanks very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you very much to Manny for all your really excellent, insightful content. And also big up to Joanne Smith. Thank you so much, Joanne, for joining me in the chat. Also, thank you to Dan Evans. I hope you had a good day with Stockport County. And let's just check something. I just want to see what happened with them. Yes, so Stockport County are 1-0 up at home to FC Halifax Town. So I'll be delighted with that. And who else have we got in here? Craig Malloy, big up to Craig Malloy. Lovely seeing you again, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Also, big up to the legend that is Jez Collins. Thanks for coming in, mate. You're a top man. And yeah, I really appreciate your support, buddy. And also Poetry, Jamie Wordsworth. Thank you very much, Jamie. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, next Sunday I'll be doing another one for the final day of the Premier League season. That'll be starting probably about 3:30, I think. Yeah, about 3:30, because the games kick off at 4, and I need time to get all the sides, the starting 11s, and the formation set up for you before I go live. So yeah, please come and check me out next weekend. I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember, take care of yourselves and your loved ones and all your friends and family and all the rest of it. Remember, keep talking and have a great rest of your day. And thanks very much for tuning in. And yeah, thanks so much for all your support. I really, really do appreciate it. Where's that chat? Where is it? There we go. Yeah, I really, really do appreciate it. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.